What's up world? My name is Sarah and welcome back to another episode of whatever it is that we're doing here. Do you know the answer to that? I wonder what the word is. Which one? If it doesn't spark joy, other social skills, keep focus. Super silliness. I don't feel comfortable showing the pictures because that feel like clutter. At the time it felt like one of my summer vacations, I think. Little booklet. If you know something, let me know. Behave. I actually get it from my grandma. The books to a library? I might just read it. Do I want a library in my own home? Yes. I love when there is a wall of books in a home. It looks so nice and I wonder what the word is. Not romantic, but it's like it has a vibe, you know, that home library vibe. And as much as I want that wall, I still don't want to have books that I'm not reading, that I'm not gravitating towards, or that feel like clutter. So today we are decluttering my bookshelf that is not even close to being a library yet. Maybe someday, but like I said, I don't want to keep items in my home that don't feel good, even if there's no emotion connected to it, and it's just, I'm definitely not going to be using this, so I'm going to donate it. And that is what we're doing today. We are donating a bunch of books. Let's dive in. Starting off with a couple of books that are in finish. First off, there is this I thrifted years ago. I thought it was funny and I love old books. This is I can show it. It's already kind of, yeah. It's from the 1930s, I think, yes. And it's a how to behave. And it has like, what are the correct way to make a bouquet, or how to keep your house, and other social skills, things about your shoes and your watch, how to dress, how to communicate. It's one of those how to in the 30s. And when I originally got it, I loved it. And it's not that I don't love it anymore, but I think somebody else might get more use out of this or like it more than me on my bookshelf. So I'm gonna donate this fun how-to in the 30s. The next book that is also in finish is a humoristic kind of vibe that is kind of in the same category where people are choosing a word and then they have like a story behind it. I don't know. This is the book, and even though this is a fun and funny book, it's just taking up some space on my bookshelf. And like I said, because we are decluttering, stuff needs to go, so donating. Now this is also in finish. I can't remember if I was gifted this book or how I got it. Maybe I thrifted it. I'm not sure. But this is a Muffins recipe book that I have not used, maybe ever. These look delicious. And they have like, there's stuff that are also like, it's muffins that are sweet and savory, I think. And like, that looks super delicious, but I know I'm not gonna make that. So the sweet and savory muffins little booklet is going to be donated. Keeping the theme in the kitchen, I have a couple of cookbooks that I probably thrifted for a video on my channel a while back. And even though I am keeping some of the thrifted books, some of them I am redonating because I haven't glanced at them since that video, and like I said, we have to declutter. First one is a bowl food, which nothing wrong, looks delicious. All these recipes are like so good looking and absolutely nothing wrong. I have a lot of recipes that most of them wing it, and donating bowl food book. Another fun cooking book. It is a pasta sauces, and again, they look delicious. This is 94, so technically kind of vintagey, but not in use in my home. So I wonder if I should be donating the books to a library or to a thrift store. Something I have to look into. Do you know the answer to that? Which one? All right, moving along. Vegetarian Meals in Minutes. I think it has a tab. I think this was one of the books that I used for that video. Yeah, pumpkin, spinach, and feta cheese. Did we do this together or did I do it separately? I mean, that looks really good. And Vegetarian Meals in Minutes. I do have a bunch of friends who are vegetarians that might like this book. Ooh, fettuccine. Oh, yes. So I am donating this either to a library, my friend, or thrift store. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that library thing. Last cooking book, also thrifted. And again, looks delicious. But it's not worth storing on my bookshelf because if it doesn't spark joy, then not that it doesn't spark joy, but we're decluttering. We have to keep focus. Next up is a stupid, silly book that I don't know if I bought it myself or if it was gifted. It's a, like I said, super silly, stupid book. It's just silliness. Super, super silliness. I don't feel comfortable showing the pictures because it's, I don't know, funny, humorous, but I don't want it on my shelf. So now next up is a book that came out a couple of years ago, and for some reason I haven't read it and I don't think I will. I'm not 100% sure why I haven't read it, but it's The Best Self. Now, my main reads are self-help books, and this would kind of go into that category, but for some reason every time I go to get this off the shelf and to read it, I'm not in the mood. So maybe somebody else will be. This is the writer. I think I saw him online in an interview talking about his own best self and how he did what he did to be his best self. And at the time it felt like, I don't know, that it would be something that I would enjoy, and I have not read it. So hopefully this is going to be a great book for somebody, just not me. So one of the reasons why I'm decluttering my bookshelf is because I have a list of new books that I want to get, and I, for some reason, cannot justify having books that I'm not going to read, that I've read once, that I'm not going to reread. So I'm making space, decluttering books that either I haven't read at all, have read once, and I'm not going to read again, and just, yeah. But the list that I want to read is endless, and yeah. Now, this next book is one of those books that neither me or my partner has read, and it was kind of gifted to him. So the story is he's out and about in the city, and a man comes up, asks for money, asks religious stuff, and my partner, being who he is, he gave a little bit of money, and the man insisted he give my partner this book. And it is a higher power. It's the Krishna. I don't know if Krishna is the religion or if you're a Krishna. I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but this is a lovely book, I'm sure, but we have not dived into this. So maybe this is something that somebody else would love to read, and yeah. Now, this book came out a couple of years ago, 2010, so a little more than a couple of years ago. It is The Other Wes Moore. It's a story about the author and another individual that is also named Wes Moore, who lived in the same area, and they had completely different lives, and it was just super fascinating. And even though I liked the read and the book and the story, I've only read it once, and I'm not gonna save the book. So next up, I have Chelsea Handler's, a couple of her books. One is My Horizontal Life that I read on one of my summer vacations, I think. I think the way she writes is super funny, and her take on life and how she lives a bold life that looks like her, I think that's amazing. Now, do I agree with everything that she says and lives by? Obviously, we all have differences, but like I said, I love how bold and beautiful she is, and this was a fun read, but I'm gonna donate it. Another fun read. I love that she has her now passed dog on the front with her. And again, I'm not sure if it was the same summer that I read this book or if it was before or after, but a fun, great read, and yeah, just a fun book. But I am going to donate this. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I have to do a little research on if libraries, like I know the thrift stores are gonna take it, but is it better to donate to a library? I don't know. Comment below if you have any insight on donating books to libraries, or if there's like another organization of some sort that will take books. Now, these are obviously adult books, but like some of them might be good to donate to a library. I don't know. If you know something, let me know. A few more books. Next up, we have Love, Ellen, that was written by Ellen's mom. There's Ellen. And I thought it was a great read, but not great enough for me to read it again and keep on my shelf because, yeah, I liked it, but it's going to a new home. It's a cute picture of them. All right, last book is the Goldie Hawn Bio, A Lotus Grows in the Mud. This book I loved. I love Goldie Hawn. I actually get it from my grandma, and there's a wild story about this book. So I bought this book for myself and then another copy for my grandma when this came out 2005, and I loved it. I went through it relatively quick. I'm a slow reader, but this was just amazing. I love, love, love Goldie, and I love her daughter, Kate, and I'm keeping mine. And this isn't my grandma's. So I'm thinking, how did I get the second copy? Because this isn't my grandma's copy. This is actually, I found this slip, and it's an Amazon order slip that my mom ordered in 2019. So over 10 years after it originally came out, my mom bought it, I'm assuming for herself, and now it's on my shelf. But like I said, because I have my version of this and I love it and I want to keep it, I'm not sure if I'll read it again, but it was just something that my grandma read it and I read it. Well, we had separate books, but yes. And then I think it's funny that my mom bought this too, but this version is going to be donated. I could ask my mom if she wants to keep it, but something tells me because it's already in my house that she donated it to me. So anywho, this version of the Goldie Hawn book is going to be donated. And like I said, I really liked her story, and I was very touched and moved about all the things, and she's just someone that I admire, and she's gorgeous. I mean, who doesn't love Goldie Hawn? Some of my favorite movies have her in it. Some of my other favorite movies have her daughter in it. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Even though I am decluttering and getting rid of books, I absolutely love books. It's just that I don't want to keep all the books that I have, because if they're not bringing me joy, or if I have a second copy, or whatever the reason, I don't want them to keep up space for books that I actually want to read and order. And yes. Now, I would absolutely love if you could suggest books in the comments. It could be anything, especially self-help books. I am a lover of self-help books. I don't know if I like the word self-help. Maybe self-improvement books is a better word, but you know what I mean. Now, I'm absolutely up for other books as well, books that you might enjoy. I would love to hear them, because if it's a good story, I might just read it. I'm so glad you joined the book lady craziness for this week's video. Now go ahead, hit that like button. It always helps me out. And remember to subscribe to the channel so you can find your way back for next week's video. Oh, and don't forget the book recommendations. Toodles. Let's try that again. Nope.